Jersey Devil Coaster recently opened at Six Flags Great Adventure, and I had the chance to ride it 7 times on Pass Holder Preview. And let me just say, wow. Just wow. They really knocked it out of the park with this new attraction. But before we get into today's video, don't forget to press that red subscribe button and make sure to leave notifications on. Now let's get into today's video. So Jersey Devil Coaster is an RMC Raptor. RMC is Rocky Mountain Construction. The other 3 Raptors in the world are Stunt Pilot, Wonder Woman, and Railblazer. They were all clones. This is the first non-prototype model, original model. And this thing is insane. Does it have pacing issues? No. It is awesome. It is so different than everything they have in the park. It is right there with Toro. I am still making my mind up if it's better than Toro or worse than Toro. It is right there with Toro. This thing, it is just phenomenal. I rode it 3 times in the second to back, 2 times in back row, 2 times in front row. And it was insane every time. Front is going to be a little whippier through the inversions and other elements on the ride, while the back is going to give you that airtime. So let me break this ride down element through element, or let me get you the whole experience. So you walk into this area, and it is really cool. It is just, it looks so much better than it used to be. It's not like theming, like Disney theming or anything, but it's better than nothing. So, and this line moves ridiculously quickly. It could have a full queue, and it could be like a 20-minute line. That's because of the continuously moving station platform. So you walk into the plaza, you see the sign, which actually looks really cool, and you see the statue, which is kind of cool. You enter, and you go under this building, and they have some signs up about the Jersey Devil, and you can read about it. It's typical Six Flags theming, but it looks nice. I'll give them that. And the train looks awesome, too. So then you go through your line. It takes about 15-20 minutes, and you get on the moving, and it's a moving station platform, continuously moving car. The car never stops, and you load while the car is moving. And the ops are actually really good. It's never been more than 30 to 35 seconds for me on this thing, which I think is just great. So you pull down your restraint. It's an over-the-shoulder harness with comfort collar type things. These things are not actually bad. Like, people complain about them a little bit, and they will make your shoulders sore a little bit, but that's like a good soreness because of the amount of airtime you're getting. Personally, back row is my favorite instead of front. Front is the whippier, as I said, but back is going to give you the best drop on any coaster ever. I'll get to that in a second. So it's pretty easy not to get stapled. You kind of just push your legs in to this thing that's kind of in between your legs. You push them in, and then you can get like a couple inches between you and the bar, which is awesome. So you go up your lift hill, and let me just say, this lift hill is a lot steeper than it looks. Like, it is really steep. So you go up your lift hill, and you're about to crest the top. So in the front row, this drop, it's good. It's good in any row. But the back row, this drop, if you get room, you get flung. I'm going to say this now. This is the best drop ever. It's better than Toro. It's better than Fury. It's better than I-305. It's better than almost any drop I've been on. It's my favorite drop, and I've ridden rides like Toro, obviously, Fury, I-305, and this drop is absolutely insane. You will get flung for a good 3 to 4 seconds. You'll be out of your seat. You'll be out of your seat from the time you crest the lift hill to the bottom of the drop if you're in the back row. It's phenomenal. And then you go into this Raven Dive. This is a really cool element. It's like really, really whippy in the front, but it's a good element in every seat. Really good element right here. It's interesting. It's whippier than a dive loop. And so it's a Raven Dive. Then you go into your Camelback. This is an awesome hill. It's a Camelback. What do you expect? It's like an El Toro Camelback. In the back, you get flung. In the front, you get flung. Every seat on this ride, you get flung. I prefer it in the back, obviously, because of the amount of airtime you get. The next element we have is the zero-G stall. This is a fantastic element in Eddie Row. Provides a lot of hang time. Absolutely insane. Then we have the turnaround. It doesn't have a lot of G's on it. It's not a lot of positives or anything, but it's still a fantastic turnaround, and the drop-off of it provides a good amount of airtime. Then the zero-G roll. Very whippy inversion. Good, not great. And then you go into the mid-course brake run. The mid-course brake run, it's a mid-course brake run. Who cares? The drop-off is good, though. It's a very good drop-off. And then the end is when it kind of starts to have pacing problems. It gets better in the afternoon. It speeds up a lot. But it still feels like, oh, if it took this faster, it would be really good. It's like flowjector. It's not ejector airtime. So you go through that little turn, and then you go into your flowjector airtime hills. You got your one off axis, your left off axis, and then you got your speed hill. That's actually ejector. And your pop into the brake run. Pop into the brake run gives you no airtime in the back. Gives you a little bit in the front. But you realize you just rode one of the best coasters ever. This ride is absolutely fantastic. There is nothing else like it at Great Adventure. There's nothing else like it in the world yet. Because like the other Raptors are very, very different from this. This is an out-back layout. So, like, I was just blown away. It is such a fantastic ride. Don't judge it after your first ride, too. Because your first ride is most likely going to be in the morning. It really warms up by, like, 4 o'clock. It speeds up so much. It's a huge difference at, like, 4 o'clock when it's hot in the summer. And I also think this ride is going to be open during Holiday in the Park at Great Adventure, which is really going to expand Great Adventure's Holiday in the Park, because they don't have that much open. Other than Nitro, what other great coaster are you riding there? Batman isn't great, Superman's not great, Green Lantern's There's no other elite coaster open at that time, because Toro's not open. So, this is your elite coaster. I think it's just around number 2. It's right next to Toro. But my personal favorite element on this ride is the drop in the back row. It's the best drop on any coaster I've ever ridden. It's probably the best drop in the world. So that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.